Microphone check 1 2. What is this? Hold on, gotta make sure we on the clean mic. Make sure the audio was good, beloveds. What's going on? How y'all doing? Good evening. I'm here, looking type swole. Your boy getting them games. Show me a little appreciation. It ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt you. But we here, beloved. So you know what we come to talk about, baby. More what you need, more what you love. But before I get into that, before I mention one word about that, before I even get there, guess what? Guess what? Levi, guess what? It's the 6 past commandments. 6 past dice here. Mr. Lane, if you need me. Levi, you want to come say what's up? Well, he make his way over here. So, I'm not finished with Queen of Kings. I will go live und again. Because we're not going to stop having this conversation. The reason why we're not going to stop having the conversations because we got to move things forward. All right. And in order to move things forward, we got to touch on a lot of different things and dispel a lot of myths. I think that what can bring us closer as Black people to a solution is by dispelling the myths that go on in the community. Hey, Bear, turn the air conditioner on, please. Is dispelling some of these myths. And the myth in particular that I'm talking about is when women tell Black women, or the way I've heard, I wish I could find a clip, but like you'll hear this sentiment or this exact quote of, we don't want to date outside of our race, but we will. We want to be with Black men, but whatever. We know, pretty much insert excuses. And don't get me wrong. I think when we have this conversation, the issue with having this conversation is that whenever we're talking about what needs to go on between Black men and women, it's always a laundry list of things that the brothers could work on. When we think about it, you know, in American history, Black men have never been coddled by no one. You know, sometimes I'll ask other Black men about their experience and whatnot. And you know, one experience that always resonates with them is proving or feeling as though you have to prove that you're not an idiot, that you're not a savage, and that you're not a bad person. And trying to make a good impression because you feel as though you're working uphill from the time you meet people, especially people who don't know you. All right. But anyway, we have to get into these myths. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that Black folks do is very, in terms of how we think, it's very hydroxy cut. It's given you was a hydroxy cut customer back in 2007. You dialed the number when it came across the screen. You thought you found the answers inside of a bottle. Because America, don't get me wrong, everything that's going on with the relationship scene, it is America. I can't lie. It's America. And you want to know why I say it's America or it's American? Because Americans love to buy into the easy way out. That's a part of consumerism. Is I'm going to keep buying happiness. I'll keep purchasing and purchasing and purchasing. Like this week, I wasn't disciplined at all when it came to like my cooking and stuff like that. I'm decompressing from doing 2 battles, and I'm about to get back into doing this series for y'all where I'm going to be battle rapping topics, and you know, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be dope. I've been doing content for a year, and now I'm ready to bring it back. So y'all know me. You know I battle rap and all that. So I'm gonna be same when we have these topics. I'm gonna be battling the topic. You know what I mean? So for me, it's a personal journey for me to kind of continue to perfect my style, bro. So I'm gonna be trying to bring out that intensity, that performance, and all that. And we're gonna have fun. It's about having fun. It's nothing too crazy. And also to make sure that this jab stays strong. Please. Okay. Anywho, so dispelling myths. So going back to the racial myth, right? And about basically, and this is something that modern women do in general, where they think and basically nobody. And this goes on with my age group, and I guess I can't say where it starts stops at, but my age group does this a lot. When you meet a woman, and women in general like to always play the game, pretty much where they bluff and try to and talk to you as if they have more options than they actually do, or they'll talk about basically they will be okay ending their marriage and ending their relationship. Because again, socially, right? If someone's trying to control your idea of who they are, one thing that communicates value is what you can reject, what you can turn down, what you can say no to. That's one of the reasons why black folks love to tell you what they don't eat. Because it's like socially and conversation, whether I agree with it or not, it's still stimulating for someone to tell you, nah, I don't eat that. Because it makes you wonder, okay, why don't you eat this or whatever? Or if someone say, hey, we're going to McDonald's, you say, I don't eat McDonald's. Now, y'all might still be going, but it plants a seed in your mind of, oh, damn, nigga, you want something different. You know what I'm saying? That's I had no idea your name was Mr. Fancy Pants. Is your father name? Is he Fancy Pants Senior? Off the dome, man. Off the dome, hosting jokes. Okay. Your favorite podcaster could never. Your favorite YouTuber could never. You understand? I ride the whale of the Nebuchadnezzar. Anyway, so years ago, this crazy saying years ago now, but a few years ago, I think Kevin Samuels had a broadcast when he was talking about basically when we had women calling in. Oh, what happened? Hold on, y'all. Oh, very interesting. Okay. Anyway, basically, so he had women calling in debate because he was talking to them about women who are online telling other women to open up their options. All right. So opening up your options, whenever you hear that is pretty much gold digger and divester talk. And what divestors love to sell to black women is that you're not having good luck in relationships and dating, all because of the men you choose to date and the men you choose to get into relationships with. Okay. So and it's simply, life will simply improve once you open up your options. And one of the reasons why I'm gonna keep touching on the Queen of Kings stories, because this is what is being sold to young women. And the reality is that this is probably not real. If you get with a white man, y'all both got to be on the same page spiritually. That's one way that you can, when you date outside your race, things can go well. You have to really take a hard look at his family and do y'all get along? Are they the kind of family that you can blend into and things are going to be peaceful? Because everything that goes on in this relationship is pretty much everything that goes wrong in interracial relationships goes on right here. So I believe I'm gonna go ahead and jump around and play some more of this deleted live. I showed it before, but I just want to show it again to kind of illustrate my point. You understand? So we're going to just jump around a little bit.
The Range Rover. Let's not pretend that I'm the one to pay for this whole fucking life that we live. Let's not pretend that. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend. Oh, okay. Let's not pretend. Let's just be very, very real. You told me to put it on live, so I put it on live. So, and then you want to start talking about a glass of wine, and then you want to start saying, oh, are you not going to talk? After I was just sitting here silent before we even got on live. I've been not talking.
Okay, y'all. So I was questioning what sparked all of this. I received a message that says she started spazzing out at him last night because she wanted him to take her side and talking trash to her mom, but he wasn't trying to do it. He didn't want to put it on live because he said he was initially happy they got back in contact and didn't like how it turned out. So her anger toward him yesterday came because he wouldn't defend her with her mom. And she flipped out on him. So again, I question her mental health. She said that she's never been medically diagnosed with anything. But with this behavior, you would think someone would have taken her to be checked out. This behavior couldn't have just started. She had to have displayed this behavior when she was a child also. This is some crazy ass shit right here, y'all. That's some bipolar stuff. For you to just flip out on him like that. And as we see, she's going and going and going and going, and she's not stopping, y'all. She was going and going, and then she delete the live and start another live, and going and going and going, and delete the live and start another live, and going and going. Like, what the fuck is even wrong with you? I don't know. Child.
Talking. I've been not talking. So what are you talking about? Oh, okay.
I believe her mom.
Let's be real.
Her.
Let's be real about everything. I met you in a basement laying on a mattress. Let's be real about that. Let's be real about the fact that you moved in with me, not the opposite of way around. Let's be real about the fact that I never felt comfortable moving to your house because you lived in the ghetto. Let's be real about the fact that I'm the one that found the house, found the realtor, did all the footwork, did everything, paid for the fucking deposit on the house, paid for the house, everything. Let's be real about that. Let's be real about everything. Since you want to say, let's put it on live. You're the one that told me to put it on live. So let's be real about everything. Let's be real about the fact that I paid for the Range Rover, the fact that I paid for motherfucking everything. Let's be real about it. Let's be real. Let's be real about like everything. You said, let go on live, put this on live, right? Aren't you the one that said that? Why aren't you yelling now the way that you were just yelling while I was on the phone, minding my business, not talking? Why aren't you yelling now and so aggressive now? Why aren't you aggressive anymore?
Well, one, because he's smart. Why? If he's on the internet, why would he be screaming on the internet? What you talking about, man? Oh, my bad. Yo, fair use, y'all. Shout out to Queen. Goodness gracious, why can't I say this person's name? Shout out to Queen, Bly, and more. Queen, Bly, and more.
Why aren't you aggressive and yelling anymore the way that you just were? Why? Oh, okay. Let's like not lie.
Child, this is crazy. I don't know.
I'm sitting here. Let's do it now. Yeah, let's be real though. Let's be very, very real. I was sitting here quiet as heck. He started yelling.
I was doing good sitting here. You acting up again.
Mm-hmm. Because you're the one that told me to go on live, remember?
So let me go ahead and tap into that real quick and what she's go ahead and translate what she's saying. So when you deal with someone who's like, unhinged like this, right? Because she's very unhinged. What they will do is they'll take something you say and try to flip it on you, and it could be the dumbest and most weirdest thing. Because what they're doing is they already want to have a fight. This is the kind of behavior when someone's looking to have an argument with you, and they finally find something to justify what they want to do. Turn the sound down, little one. They finally find something to justify what they want to do. So, all right, boom. He more than likely told her that, hey, probably was telling her to go on live, or either maybe he said you wouldn't say that on live. But obviously, my main point is that he did not say, hey, go on live and embarrass me to our entire fan base and followership and go ruin our brand, make me look crazy. Please do that. Hit the live button. That's not what Beloved said. I can't imagine that. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, we just gonna play a little more because I want to go through pretty much all the things that usually happen with interracial couples especially when the white man is involved, right? Most of the time, the kids get violated by the family. So from what I'm understanding, the little boy they had was called the N-word by someone in their family community about twice. All right. There was a video. I saw that in a different video. Also, a lot of times these guys are abusive. I remember years ago, real crazy girl. I know. This is why I started realizing that all the women I've been involved with was crazy. She was one of the first. I was like, you know what? Yo, every woman I've ever been involved with was crazy. I guess I'm crazy, right? So she was telling me her story. I knew her from high school, and she never gave me the story of like where these kids came from and when you had this. All I know is that one day I saw her like 2014. I saw her on Facebook and she had like two little boys, and they had like uh hair like they had a white daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like white daddy hair. You know what I'm saying? Very handsome little boys, right? And a few years later, you know what I mean? We hung out a few times. And what happened was based, I think we hung out one time, right? We smoked and everything, had a good time. We hanging out in my car. And then the second time, we wound up, having adult time, right? And yo, that was a point. And it's always crazy. There was a point in life where I might have would have gave her a shot. So when it was time for us to link up again, we planned on linking up. What happened was basically like first she didn't. I think she didn't respond and everything. And anywho, I think when she did respond, she started telling me off and telling me basically like all you guys want to do is have sex with me and da da da. So because I think like during that time, right when we hung out, she told me about another dude that she was like I guess she wasn't saying they was sleeping together or she was trying to see him. She was just saying this is a guy who liked her, and I think she was telling me about it and whatnot. And in my mind, I ain't gonna lie. If you're a woman and you could tell a guy about other dudes you dealing with and he can act like he didn't hear you. But anywho, after that, when she had told me off, and again, it was because I say anything crazy. I think I just was like, hey, when we hanging out again, or are we still good for tonight? And right? And like, yeah, and that's when she went to this whole diatribe about men seeing her like a piece of meat and all this type of stuff. And so I was like, oh, okay, all right, well, here we go. There's that, right? But anywho, I forget what I was saying. So with the kids, right? And again, I don't know if this is completely true, but the story was that they fathered this really big white guy, and when they was together, now she didn't really say like why if they was getting into it, not, but basically the way that she described it was that he was always beating her. Like he used to beat the hell out of her, you know what I mean? And she had to like run away. And another girl that I dealt with, ironically, like now she never specified whether or not them kids' father was white, but I mean obviously, it had to be a white guy because her kids got like long hair and she's very dark skinned and very light skinned. But anywho, so it was the same thing, same story of like now again, we only know her side, but the story is that they were young and they got together when they was young and they moved across the country and he just always putting his hands on her like crazy and she had to run away from him. So a lot of times when women get into these interracial relationships, a lot of times that white boy, that white guy usually has some kind of problems. Either he got an anger problem, he isn't the most attractive, but a lot of times it's anger and social issues. A lot of times, and it's like, and what will happen is black women will go for a defective Brad. And one of the reasons why I bring this up and why it's connected to the Kamala Harris campaign is because the Kamala Harris campaign or just this era, it really signifies the divide between black men and women, the divide between black folks in general. A lot more black people are starting to realize that all of us are not trying to be black people. A lot of us is just trying to be niggas. Okay? A lot of us is just trying to be niggas. Matter of fact, I saw some shit the other day with this one right here. Where is that? So this is Sexy Red at the goodness gracious. This is Sexy Red at the Prada store. I think at the Prada store with her people. That's everything. Gracious. Yo, she got a big girl wearing a white tee and a bonnet in these people's store. Goodness gracious.
I almost fell out the chair. Okay.
So you know when you go
It's champagne, babe.
these nice
Champagne
places, a
easy.
lot of times they will have champagne and liquor and whatnot. So
Champagne easy.
listen, you spend so much
She
money
thought it
for
was a shot.
celebration.
Oh wow. Okay.
You got any more?
I had to pass mine off. She getting drunk as fucking here. She getting drunk as she needs help.
Yo, like Sexy Red don't even try to hide having like bad skin. But anyway, people starting to get to where they tired of it. They tired, boss. We all is tired. And we starting to say, you know what? No more Sexy Reds. We don't want no more of this. Can it please stop? Can it please be over? You know what I'm saying? So there's a big cultural divide, and like another thing that's causing this whole divide is that black men was never able to hear this many women be so loud about something about things that are so wrong, so incorrect, right? And these images online, and not only that, again, a lot of black men were not privy to how much black women love white men. That never crossed my mind when I was growing up. How much black women like white men, or desire to have a white man, or that's one of their fantasies. So, like I said before, the Queen of Kings, more than anything, I think she realized that she could sell fantasy, and for the most part, women buy fantasies too. Women love a story. I mean, for the most part, that's what the Real Housewives series are about. Because they're not really about anyone really doing anything constructive. It's mostly about drama, and it's what people who, for the most part, as far as like women are, it's like watching these housewife shows. It's like watching the Avengers for guys, all right? Because for the most part, they always come back, they always win. It's like they got powers and privileges and pretty cool storyline, like shit like that, So for the most part, and again, this has always been going on, with the soap operas and whatnot. But with the reality TV shows, that was the perfect appetizer for social media, where it's nothing but someone selling you a dream, an image, an idea. You know what I mean? And like I was saying before, black men were not able to see this stuff before, and black men more than ever feel like, all right, yo, listen, bro, if you're not with me, then it's all good. And that's why I keep talking to you about this new black love. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm gonna share a picture of Andrew Reese as well, and it's also going to tie into why this great divide is going on, and how it's going to impact this election, because not as many black men are going to be voting Democrat, or maybe not voting at all. You understand? But anywho, let me get back to this clip right here, man. Hold on. So, there's 3 parts of this drawing. I don't want to show you guys the wrong video, man. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm going to just show the video because these videos are too long. I ain't had a chance to look at it, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold on. I believe we have some notes. Give me a second. All right, so I'm gonna keep y'all waiting. We're gonna jump around because I also want to show you guys this video with her and her mom.
Mom is so beautiful. Thank you.
I don't like it.
You don't get your
Isn't there for her. That is horrible. These is horrible behaviors.
Oh, don't.
But at the
Mom,
same
let them know for real. Let them know. Let them know.
Her mama ratchet. Sorry, not sorry. Her mama got to be ratchet. And the way Rose saying, you better let them know, you better let them know, that's because her mama didn't let no kids stop her. That's why Rose saying, you better let them know, because Rose's mama wasn't there for her. That is horrible. These is horrible behaviors.
No.
Hold on, y'all. I'm
kids
sorry.
don't stop nothing,
No.
baby.
One
No.
second, y'all.
But anyway.
Oh, I'm not sharing the
But
screen.
at
Nice.
the same time, I do
Nice,
honor
Kassan.
marriage.
All right, here we go. All right, boom. My bad, yo. That was a nasty 2 minutes. My bad, yo. Super duper nasty. I am sorry. Don't judge me too harshly. I'm a work in progress. Sorry about that. But so I wanted to find this clip. Now, Rose, her name is Rose. Rose got a lot of deleted lives. So, first of all, a content creator, this is your business, right? But again, the best content creators in terms of people who just live life on online are people like Rose, who do not care about nothing. Because when you go on live, you're supposed to go on live with the intent or knowing what you want to talk about. So these lives don't stay up. So that's why the video that she has of her saying that basically this was all a hoax. But no, but let's play that beforehand. Let's play that. Where's the sound at, man?
Affect the people that truly follow us. And so I do apologize from the bottom of my heart, bottom of my soul, bottom of my core. I'm sorry.
Well, it did affect Rose, and it got bigger than it was meant to kind of get. It was honestly meant to get the trolls, like you said. Troll the trolls.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all about me moving your son to Hawaii. Okay, these people don't want to see positivity. Like, they want to see negativity. So we're going to give it to them. And so that's what I thought I was doing. I did not think that it would affect the people that truly follow us. And so I do apologize from the bottom of my heart, bottom of my soul, and bottom of my core. I'm sorry.
Well, it did affect.
So, all right. One of the reasons why, well, for one, we all know it's a lie. But one of the reasons why we know for sure that this whole thing is a lie, because for the most part, whenever Brett speaks on camera, he mostly kind of talks in this robotic, not robotic, but it always kind of sounds as though he's reading his lines or reciting his lines. Very rarely do it sound like he's kind of really having a conversation, especially for really important things. Like, they'll do stuff where she'll speak more naturally, and then when he speaks, he's kind of speaking as if, all right, it's my time to talk. Or it's my turn. All right, boom, she said her line, now I'll say my line, kind of thing, right? Whereas in that video, you heard more. You heard a tone. You heard tones from both of them that had more honesty and had more emotions. And if you've been in the throes of a real argument, every part of it, again, it was too natural. And on top of that, if you guys were actually trolling the trolls and whatnot, why would you pick the worst things possible that you could say about this man? And again, let's go ahead and recap the things that mostly go on within these relationships. A lot of times it's physical abuse. A lot of times the woman is supporting or helping, or I'm not saying they're always taking care of the dude, but basically the requirements are not as hefty. She doesn't have she doesn't have a high standard for Zaddy like that. You know what I'm saying? So in the other videos y'all saw him, he talked about he lived in the ghetto, all this type of stuff. And who knows if any of this is true and anything like that, right? But this is a whole lie. And what men are putting together is that, the 50-50 conversation, right? Let's get into that for a quick second. The 50-50 conversation is another myth Men nowhere are coming to you and saying we have to split the bills down the middle. All right. And when people talk about 50-50, they mostly only look at it from a financial standpoint. They don't look at it from a survival standpoint and in terms of building your life and how momentum actually comes about. Very few people in the position, because for the most part, what it is basically saying, listen, what, and again, and this is a black people argument for as far as I see. And what it basically means is that in order for me to submit to a black man, cooperate with a black man, he's going to have to foot the entire bill, and basically like that's my price. But that's my price for a black man. Then we get to see that other men don't have to pay that price because she was willing to build Brett up. Okay, from what I understand, Brett was a bouncer at a club she was dancing at, and also he was also the dude that protected her and watched over her when she would go meet with her tricks. And then she started doing YouTube, and that was a better hustle. And I ain't gonna lie, like they got a lot of flicks, a lot, and they've been working hard. You know what I mean? And again, I wouldn't have a problem with the channel if your origin story or the story in general didn't take direct shots at black relationships and at black men. Because a lot of her origin story is that basically I got away with it. But hold on. At first, she got away with it, but she didn't get away with it. She didn't get away with it. Okay. So let me go ahead and share this drawing which talks about her mother. All right. So you guys already seen this one with the
Of course, that can give someone like a kind of resentment toward the child, right? So when I go to ask her, like, hey, do you think maybe you have a resentment toward me because you constantly said that my dad beat you while you were?
Yeah, this live is deleted. When I went back to look, I didn't see it unless she just unlisted it. I didn't see it at all. But I recorded it before she could do that. Yep. I recorded this from the beginning to the end.
Pregnant with me? She's like, no, not at all. Nope, that's not at all. Anyways, she had sex with my brother, her stepson. My mom, this amazing, beautiful, soft, my mom, Ray's going on.
Most likely, that's her way of trying to get her mother to.
Ray's going on with my brothers. Really, really quick, okay? And then I'm gonna give you some more candy. And we're gonna go to the pool.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I said too. I said she's only doing that because she don't want to have that proof, that paper trail. But the thing is why do it on a public platform? And you got over 1 million subscribers. Somebody's gonna see it. If you're gonna do that like in the privacy of your own home, maybe in your backyard, and maybe speak about it in the backyard with your husband, and maybe 2 or 3 people might overhear it. But that's it. We're talking about thousands to millions of people. All it takes is one person to have the video, and then it's gonna get around everywhere. But I think that she's making it seem like she doesn't want people to get the information. 2 minutes, but I had already recorded screen here. Oh, and she took it in. That day she had open that
bike, and the guy was robbing him for his bike, and he got beaten in the head, and the gun went off, and my brother died. So I just want to say, Janata, before you get on here and like tell lies because of your blackened heart, when I called you this morning and said, please don't post my family, and you said, oh, you could dish it out, but you can't take it. I didn't dish anything out. All I did. So,
if fair use to shout out this content creator, let me tell you the name of the channel before I get off of it. Hold on, pause. SL Davis. Shout out to SL Davis. was goody, right? So, just her being up there basically with no clothes on. I'm gonna tell you how this comes about. Because again, people will hear someone have a lot of confidence. Somebody this seems so sure of themselves that you will not question them. That you not questioning their sanity is something they have worked on. It's not by accident that you hear them talk and you don't think, I don't know about that. Right? Rose is extremely unhinged. Like I always tell y'all, women who be dancing or there was a stripper before, a lot of times those women are unhinged. Because you gotta think, what went on with you to the point where you saying selling myself would be a good job? That is very tough to go up there and get up on stage and dance, to be intimate with multiple kinds of men and all type of stuff. Because that's where the money is made. And so that's where the money is made, right? So what I'm saying is that obviously this is not a person who thinks like a normal person. All right, this is the kind of person who is people who can be very spontaneous. If anyone ever tells you that one of their traits is being spontaneous, you need to go ahead and run for your life. Because what that means is that at any time they will come and change the whole dynamic of everything with y'all. So, for example, even like where she lives in Hawaii now. They live in Hawaii because they came to visit Hawaii, and she told her, and what the story is, she told her husband that she didn't want to leave. And now they live in Hawaii. Like, what? Like, even this video right here, right? Where is it at? Where it is.
Moving your son to Hawaii.
Not good.
For real? Why?
Too far away.
I think whatever you and Brett choose to do is wonderful.
How do you feel about me moving your son to Hawaii?
Not good.
Like, shit like that. That's not normal. That person do not want to be on camera. Like she literally will put any and everything on camera. All right. And for people like this, they really, really feed off attention. And again, this is also what happens. When people don't get enough attention from their mother and father growing up, you can really mess someone up. Because again, people who, when things happen, they think to turn a camera on so that they can share with people and get likes and views. And those shit, and people who can share the most intimate details of their life. I don't know. I'm not sure what that says about you. But this kind of thinking, and one of the reasons why I bring up Rose, and Rose can be a good archetype because because again, this is our culture where the mother and father ain't together. They're not trying to have a happy relationship and whatnot. And like the clip I was playing earlier where the content creator comment saying, what she said, what mama is saying that ain't no kid stopped her. So come to find out, Rose's mom was not in her life like that. All right. So when women don't get that validation from their mother, it's another thing too. That can mess a woman up, not feeling loved by their mother. Most people in general cannot handle not being loved by their mother or feeling as though their mother don't love them. Most people cannot handle that. All right. That is extremely heavy and it can really mess you up. Again, you need both of your parents, right? But she didn't have both parents. And when we see her mother pop up on screen now, I'm not really sure who she is and everything, but obviously, she's going to put her best foot forward. And I don't know how true every, all these things are, but it's interesting seeing quote unquote generational curse kind of go from generation to generation and how dysfunctional Rose became. Because again, for girls dancing and doing dates and whatnot, a lot of times it's because she's very dysfunctional. It's never because she had a healthy upbringing. You know what I mean? So So again, before, men couldn't see how much other black women liked this, because she has 1 million subscribers, and trust me, they're probably mostly black women, because black women love this story. Men didn't know that before, and that's really causing a huge shift. It's always interesting, right? How someone can be calling you out for something that they're doing, right? Like for example, like also another myth: black men just love white girls. I'm not saying that listen, there's beautiful women in every racial group, right? And I'm not saying ain't no fine women out there, but all men, for the most part, are most attracted to their women, right? And again, I'm not a white guy, so again, if I want her to have melanin, want her to be curvy, I want her to have a little flavor and stuff like that. I ain't saying white girls can't have flavor, but I'm just saying, a white guy can appreciate her. For example, what's my man? Travis Kelce. I think with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, and people comparing Taylor Swift with his black girlfriend, and it's like, yo, yeah, that's what she's a white girl. Why wouldn't a white man like her? What's wrong with you? Again, these fantasies, right? But going back to what I was saying about the gaslighting, right? The thing about this gaslighting thing is that, again, most black boys are threatened against dating white girls by the women in their family. You know what I'm saying? And most black boys are, someone's having to talk with you about not bringing the white girls home. Okay, at some point. But anywho, and also, yeah, people like Cynthia G. That one of her main talking points was throughout history how one of the reasons why the black community did not rise up or continue to progress was because of black men's insatiable desire to be with white women and pursue white women, and everything was always about. There's a conversation she had with Dr. Umar where she talks about basically, again, how black men have always been distracted by their insatiable desire to get a Becky, and that's why. When the reality is that that's never been the case. All right, and what it is that when someone's trying to manipulate you, a lot of times they will always accuse you of whatever they're doing, because also they can imagine you doing said thing because that's in their personality, or they relate to wanting to do that particular wrong thing. Like for example, if I'm a thief, right, and I know I'm always stealing, I'm probably going to be a little worried about people being around me or leaving people alone in my house and whatnot. Because like, yo, I know I'll be stealing, so I'm probably going to think you stealing, right? Anywho, the whole Queen and King story proves that the black wife effect is not real. And the black wife effect is basically when a black woman gets with a non-black man and she upgrades him and gives him some swag and she works with him and she makes him to a better person, or at least someone that's better to kind of like take pictures with in so many words. But anywho, I think that's all I got for right now. Yeah, it's a little freestyle video, man. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Hope y'all stay safe out there and have a good one. Peace.